Damn, I always forgot about those diplomats. And there goes the target for our assassin to murder.
Your obedient servant. Yes, my liege.
Where's that city? I
That's
know
not
it's
possible,
here.
sire.
Oh, it's over there.
To hear is to obey.
Saban.
To hear is to obey. Moves depleted,
I
sir.
played a campaign as Saban once. It was really interesting, really hard, and I haven't lasted a lot. Okay, so these guys now have better defense. Good to know. They're still not besieged. This guy is afraid or what? How about you? Oh, Pantikapion.
That's not possible, sire. To hear is to obey.
Tanais, yeah, that's a city I know well.
At once. Moves depleted, sir.
Okay, we put sanitization in Edessa.
Mighty general.
You guys move here, you guys move there. Fixing problems with problems. Damn, this army is huge. Let's get some more. Damn, I have to deal with that one soon.
Sire!
This guy did not move at all. Is he just standing there? Nizakahar Ayrutsi Armenian Skirmish Cavalry or Eastern Light Cavalry. Damn, that's tempting.
My liege!
If we send Seamus to Armavir,
My liege!
we could retrain all his troops, get him some reinforcements, and then send him on his way. He wouldn't really have to go all the way to Praspa. And he could just deal with these guys and then march right at Arbella. I like that idea. My god, that's expensive. Kafkazas Barbara for you, and one more for you. Message received. Diranir Van Dui has become an attuned governor. Good for you. End of season report. And path blocked. Okay, Anikama is getting really angry, so let's lower the taxes there. And this unrest is really bugging me, so let's deal with that. Have you seen
ready.
anyone here? I didn't, so I'm gonna just send you there.
Can't do it, sire. By your will.
Oh, hello there, Captain
He shall
Polyarchis.
die this day. He shall be extinguished.
Damn, only 59%? It's just a captain. Oh, who is not risking doesn't gain anything, and we need you to be trained a bit, so let's do it. Yes! Murderer, +2 to agent skill. Nice. Now you'll be even
Who shall
better.
die this day? Not possible, sire. By your will. No more moves, sir.
And we have these guys to deal with now. Kakatio character is still building, Edessa isn't. And are we recruiting in both of these cities? Yes. And we are also recruiting here. This city has... No, it doesn't. It's just wooden walls. Damn. I was hoping for something better. But Seamus will soon be on his way. So there's really no need to worry. So what could we build in Edessa to make the situation a bit better? We could build a small temple to Ara. That would really help. Ra the Handsome is the war god of Hayasdan and is usually shown as a young man of ageless beauty. Legend has it that the beautiful one, the son of Aram, was the king of Hayasdan, Semiramis, who was the queen of Assyria. Wait, of the king of Hayasdan. Semiramis, who was the queen of Assyria, desired Ara the Handsome, but he was already married and would not betray his loyalty to home and family. He refused to marry Queen Semiramis. After Ara declined her advances, she invaded the country and Ara was slain. Thus, Ara the Handsome, the legendary king of Hayasdan, gave his life to save his honor in remaining loyal to his marriage vow. He was often depicted as a model husband, who, despite threats and allurements, remained loyal to his consort Noward, setting a royal example to marital happiness and confirming the traditional virtues in the Haikakan family life. Interesting. We could build a satrapy here, but it would not help. Yeah, the only thing that actually helps with the happiness is we'll build the hunting grounds and next turn we'll build the temple. Can you decide what you want to do and do it for God's sakes? I don't have time for your shenanigans.
Your obedient servant. Yes, my liege. At once.
Now where are
Out
you
of the way,
guys?
sir.
I've had enough of
Your
searching for you.
obedient servant.
And you are
Your
almost
humble
home,
servant,
Artasius.
Awaiting your command. Moves depleted,
We
sir.
have missed you.
You are mistaken.
What is up,
sir.
Ptolemaic diplomat
Out of
here?
moves, sir. Out of
Interesting.
moves, sir.
So yeah, let's end this. No army approaching here. No army approaching here. Good. They just refuse to attack. Damn, we built a lot. Anikamon has built the hero's house. Edessa has built the royal hunting grounds. Kabawaka has finished the wooden walls and I think it's time to build the stone walls. And Ekbatana has built a satrapy. And these guys won't attack, they're just sticking with us. Recruitment report. A lot of recruitment going around. Damn, were these guys resupplied? There definitely wasn't that many of them. I'm pretty sure.
I serve your will, unseen, unheard. None shall see.
Okay, so the truth is this: Samus will just march at these fucks, tear them to pieces, and then he will move to Arbella and conquer it. That is pretty simple and pretty much what's gonna happen. We don't really need these archers. We have way too many archers already.
Move out! Orders!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 archer units and
Orders? March!
3 spearman units. What's gonna happen now is that we're gonna recruit 2 more spearman units, give them to Samus, and
Sire!
he will
My liege.
be ready to go. So next turn, a march on Arbella. Faction announcement: Sanasar is an attuned governor now, and Haikazone has gained a herbalist. Nice. And you are dead. I have to find you and rape your face. Where is my murderer?
Assassin ready. Death stalks him.
Please, please, please succeed. Yes. Okay, but you didn't
Who
gain
shall
any
die
trait.
this day? I kill, please. Not possible, sire. By your will. Not possible, sire. Not possible, sire. I obey.
Okay, so you go
Moves
there.
depleted, sir.
I have 2 mines to go and try to resupply this army, but what are these doing here? Get the fuck away. If I moved any forces away from here, then it would be a sign for them to attack, I think. And we can't recruit anyone anyway, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, these are all hopeless. Actually, the native spearmen might do.
Order.
Archers are fully stacked, so we need to retrain
Mighty
these.
General,
And if we recruited
my
2 Hellenic spearmen units, we could send these back to Prospa to retrain. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna recruit or retrain these. And we had a plan for Edessa that it will build a temple to Ara. Can turn these taxes back up as they are no longer harassed by the spy. We have defensive units here, we have some units here. I wanted to do something, but I'm not sure what. Pegasus is building. No, we have recruitment available here, that's okay. Katais. Damn, I think I forgot something important. I'm not sure what. By the way, next turn we start building the walls in Kabalaka. It's really a must. And I really wonder what the growth in Prospa will be like when we finish this one, which this is insane. 4%. Huh. And what it's gonna be like in these 2 provinces there. Sure, the governor's large house. The coming of the Hellenes has brought with it the trappings of a more refined urbanized culture. This town, under the guidance of the most powerful family of the tribe, attempts to capture the best of this western living. Previously, there had been very few large urban centers in Hayastan and the Caucasus region, though the kings of old often erected cities under their own name, a practice still carried on by the Yervanduni, and most of the population owed allegiance to their tribe and their village. But it is now to the benefit of the High Archa and his most loyal subjects to support the growth of larger and more numerous population centers, for these towns and cities will better aid administration of the Archak's kingdom and eventually his empire. In a large town such as this, the residents of the Kaghakapet town governor can begin to attain the magnificence of the great palaces of Hayasdan, and no more is it simply the largest house in the settlement. It stands out from amongst the other habitations and readily brings the governor praise and esteem. It is most often placed in a central point of the settlement, so as to command greater respect and loyalty from the governor's subjects. It is the richest house in the settlement. Visiting emissaries and dignitaries are given an honorable welcome, and it also possesses a large storage cellar that holds local food produces such as wheat, barley, wine, and dried meat, and acts as granary and storehouse in times of need. A large town offers superior economic and military opportunities in a smaller settlement due to a much larger population, more tightly focused. The greater population can now support more varied and rare products, which in turn increase trade and more importantly, the money trade brings. This money can be further spent on better advances and large economic and military complexes. This settlement is truly coming in onto its own. And what did they had before? House of the Town Governor. The coming of the Helens. Yeah, in a small town such as this, residents of the Kapat cannot attain the magnificence to be found in the cities of the Helens, but no more is it simply a larger house fit for the Geepat, village headman. It is most often placed in the central point of the settlement so as to command a great respect and loyalty. It possesses large storage cellar, small town, okay. So, it's basically a big house. Man, I want to plunder these two cities so much. Man, you guys will suffer at my hand. Very large palace. And it doesn't even have walls.
My ears
A mistake you will soon regret.
Seeing but unseen. My ears are yours.
What's this? The ruins of Babylon. Wow. Is that a monument? Craftsman. Because I noticed we had a monument here. There's a unique wondrous building. So that one should be in Armavir, right? The Great Canal of Menua. Singing stones. Yeah, these are the ones. We have the singing stones. Increase in tradable goods. The standing stones of Karahunj, the most likely translation for which is singing stones, are situated 200 kilometers southeast of Armavir, modern-day Yerevan. These massive stones, numbering over 200 in number, are crafted from massive basalt blocks and each weighed up to 10 tons. Spanning an area of 7 hectares, the stones are believed to be the earliest example of a human observatory in use for over 5,000 years and built about 7,500 years ago. Such dating makes them earlier monuments than the pyramids of Egypt or the Stonehenge of England, and obviously such dating is highly controversial. Paris Harouni, a scientist and radiophysicist, has worked with the stones for many years and believes his measurement to prove beyond doubt that these stones were first placed some 7,500 years ago, and the site was in use until roughly 3,500 years ago. The stones are placed in specific points and holes carved into the stone and showing signs of sophisticated toolwork. Point towards various points of the horizon. At certain times of the year, these holes would be used to observe prominent stars as they made their way across the sky, their rising and falling in the horizon precisely coinciding with these telescopic holes through which they were measured. By measuring on what parts of the horizon the holes fell, whilst using the precise mechanics that govern the Earth's movement along its axis and 4 telescopic measurements, Harouni argues that the monuments were first created 2,500 years ago before the Egyptian and Sumerian civilizations. Stars that once passed through the holes at certain times of the year were no longer stars that passed through the holes at certain time of the year no longer do, but by knowing the coordinates of the stars now, Harouni has been able to count backwards in time until such a point where the sky represented what the ancient of people of that culture would have seen and thus begun to measure. The monument itself was most likely a temple complex, for of the 223 stones that Harouni enumerated, only 84 had holes useful for the measuring of the heavens. A central circus of stones without the holes most likely comprised the original monument, with the observatory and teaching areas being added over time as the development of the culture made further and further discoveries about the stars. A well-developed and successful culture must have been at the heart of this religious observation of the stars. For such precise measurement require a written language and knowledge of mathematics and precision stone tools. It is no wonder that the Haruni possessed that Hayasdan could well have been the birthplace of the great civilizations who followed in the reverence of the stars. Haruni's calculations do question some fundamental conclusions about early civilizations, but they have been supported by Professor G. S. Hawkins, a prominent scholar who specializes in ancient stone monuments. Further study and new interests should place Karahunj center stage in the study of early human civilization and allow us another way to reach back in our own past. Not bad for a bunch of stones on a hill. And if we destroyed, we get 100 gold. What's this one? The Great Canal of Menua. By the will of Kandi, Menua, son of Ishpuni, has built this canal. This canal is named the Menua Canal. Menua is the powerful, the great king, king of Biania, prince of the city of Tushpa. Menua speaks in the name of the dread of Kaldi. Whosoever damages this inscription, whosoever overturns it, whosoever does such thing according to his own desire, or in the name of another, Menua warns that the dread god Kaldi, the god Tesheba, and the sun god Shivani will efface him from the sight of the sun. In the heart of the most ancient part of Hayasdan, called Hayot's Zor, Valley of the Armenians, this canal runs from a generous spring in the foothills of the Armenian mountains through the city of Tushpa, modern-day Van, that's in Turkey, and into Lake Van, traveling some 45 miles to do so. It was responsible for watering an extensive and very rich region of Urartu, and so much was it needed by the people of that land that even today it runs with the same life-bringing water that it did almost 3,000 years ago when it was first built. Shamiram Su, the modern name, was originally part of a massive construction project set by King Menua of Urartu during his reign from 810 to 785 before Common Era. Menua was a king riding upon the successes of earlier monarchs, and that's 500 years ago from now. 500 something. Well, almost 600 actually. 550 approximately. Wait, where was I? Was king riding upon the successes of earlier monarchs, and it was he who began many of the extensive military and public works that supported Urartu in its continuing war against Assyria. King Menua and the inscription quote above lays claim to build the Shar-Minam-Su to irrigate the lands around Van and the great city itself. But it was not only one. Many canals has been built around Lake Van to support larger populations and irrigate larger amounts of land. These regions were so fertile, supported by these canals, that they became the great granaries of the Urartian kingdom and the later kingdom of Hayasdan, whose grain production was able to support the many armies needed to make war on the greatest enemy, Assyria. Shamiram Su, named after Queen Shamiram, or Shamuramat, or Assyria, though as the inscription maintains, after Queen Shamiram, or Assyria, though the inscription maintains this was a later name, and the canal was originally named after King Menua, was of such magnitude that it was as abundant as the Euphrates, for just as the Euphrates was queen among rivers, Shamiram Su was the queen among canals. Even today the canal flows at a rate of 1,500 to 3,000 liters per second and would have been able to support a population of 50,000 in Van, not to mention the extensive farmlands in the region around it. Van itself became a city of gardens under the reign of Menua, thanks to the waters of Shamiram Su, and he himself was responsible for the planting of many trees and the design of many gardens. It almost brings to mind images of the most fertile of Mesopotamian cities, Babylon. The Vaning region was greatly enriched by both the city of Van and the canal of Menua that supported it, and much trade and many people were and are supported by these two ancient sites of wonder and magnificence. The Sioux Shamiram su means water in modern day Turkish, and I'm pretty sure it means the same here. So it's the water from Shamira. Interesting, I never noticed we had these things. We actually have a great citadel of Van as well. I'm not gonna read that now because, well, 2 long descriptions are enough. Let's end the turn. Damn. Interesting. I should check the cities more often to see what they yield. These things. I know most of the monuments in Italy and these places, but as I said, I never played Hayasdan before. We're back of Pahlavi. Oh, and we have trade rights already. That's interesting. What about map information? And they gave us their map information. Dude, I'm gonna so murder you. End of season. Coming of age, Artashes of Koranatsi. And recruitment report. Good. Now, you will go here into Praspa.
Onward.
Okay, this army now could siege it. So we have to be a bit careful. But, same as these 2 units are yours to command, and I'm pretty sure you'll do well with them.
Orders.
You are ready to go. 5 spearman units and wow, 6 arch units and 1 Shubani Fradakshana.
Prepare for battle. Out of moves, great lord.
My ears are yours.
Assassin ready.
Wait, wasn't he here? I think that the spy was here.
My eyes are yours. Unseen,
Yes, he's there.
unheard.
Assassin ready.
No, that's an
Death
assassin.
approaches.
Oh, he's no
Who
more.
shall die this day?
Tattoo the Killer. Skilled Courtesan. +2 to agent scale. Damn, man! You are awesome. The man has a mind of serpentine complexity and is able to create and penetrate the most cunning of plots. Tattoo. You are quickly
By your
becoming a
will.
man of
Moves
interest.
depleted, sir.
I serve your will.
Kuji.
Moving. No more moves, my liege.
Assassin
This is a
ready.
Seleucid
Not possible, sire. Out of moves, sir.
diplomat, so we're gonna go and get rid of him. Anikama is again rioting. How awesome is that? Well, before we do anything, we're gonna build the walls in Kabawaka because that is the plan, right? And we should do something with Anikama as well, but there really isn't much we can do. Any other place we could build something in? Not really. So, Kabawaka, not only you have these, but you get another 2 units from me that are yours to command. You need to reach
Orders.
Praspa to
March.
recruit, however, if these guys will lay siege to you, will have to do without,
Orders.
for now at least. Now let's see the young one that we have just gained. He's he's the 4th generation.